everyone, Mr. Comics 89 here, and welcome to another video I have. This is the My Amazing Spider-Man Collection Updated Edition. When I made this video last time, I forget when it was, at least over a year ago, if not a year and a half, I had about 350 books left to collect of Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, I had huge gaps in all the hundreds. But since then, as of August, as of today, as I'm filming this, August 9th, 2021, I have 72 books left to collect in my ASM run. 72 books. Most of that is below 200. You know, I probably have, 20 books left to collect, or whatever, above 200, but 30 of the books left of the 72 are under 100 books, so they are. This last 10% of the race is going to take a lot longer to complete, I think, than the rest of than the other 90% of the race, just because each book is going to be got one at a time for like 20 to 100 to 200 bucks each. So anyway, it's a I'm chasing that amazing collection. I want that full ASM collection. I will get it one of these days here. So enjoy this video here as I show you part 1 of my Amazing Spider-Man Collection Updated Edition. So this is 1 to 100. Well, technically it's 1 to 100, but we will start with one of my prides here. It's not a complete book. It's not even it's not even a coverless book. It is a page, single graded page. But this single graded page comes from Amazing Fantasy 15. One day I will have the whole book, or should I say, or maybe even say an incomplete book with a missing page or something like that. Who knows what I'll get in the future. But I'll definitely have the cover to look at, for sure. But until then, I got this bad boy. But just to make myself feel better, I have the facsimile edition, so I could read it, as well as something to really make myself feel better, the facsimile edition. So, something about seeing Amazing Fantasy 15 and a 9.8, it feels good to look at, right? Alright, so, and another oddball here is Amazing Spider-Man -1. I don't know what exactly they were thinking about this thing exactly, but it shows up in the volume 1 of the CLZ app for ASM. So because it shows up in there, I had to have it. So Amazing Spider-Man volume number 1, or volume 1, issue 1, or -1 I should say. Alright, here we go. Now on to the main event, shall we? Alright. I was super ecstatic to finally have this book in my collection. It is Amazing Spider-Man #1. It is a coverless book, and it's missing page 12, but it doesn't affect the story. But I bought a facsimile reprint cover, and I will be getting this book regraded with the facsimile cover on it to protect it. But I have Amazing Spider-Man #1. One of these days I might replace it with another #1 that has the original cover, but even if I don't, I'm more than happy to have this book. I paid a good price for it, and I'm just happy to have it. Alright, next up, #2 in a 0.5, split spine, new cover attached, but #2, first appearance of the Vulture and the Tinkerer. Amazing Spider-Man #3, first appearance of Doc Ock and his origin, CGC 1.0. One of my favorite ASM books to have, just because 3 is my lucky number. So I'm super happy to have this book. ASM #4, 0.5. First appearance of the Sandman and Betty Brant. Back cover is missing. It says it's incomplete, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I bought this book with a missing back cover, but that's because I didn't mind the front looking cover, because I got this graded. It's going to be on the wall. Seriously, I'm going to look at that? No. So, I got I saved my money by getting a pretty good looking front cover. And there's some sort of weird date stamp on there, but I have not been able to make it out no matter how many times I stare at it. I picked this up along with number 2 at a shop at Hall of Justice in Parker, Colorado, suburb of Denver. Number 5, first appearance of Dr. Doom in a crossover. So CGC 3.0. Number 6, first appearance of the Lizard. This is actually the last book. Spoiler alert, this is the last book I got to complete my ASM 1 to 10. So I have every issue of Spider-Man from 1 to 10, but this is the last one I needed to complete my first 10 issues. So, number 7, second appearance of the Vulture. This book literally looks like it was folded into 4 in someone's back pocket. It's beat the up. I'm getting all 10 issues of ASM graded, you know, even if it's 0.5 or 1.0, just to protect them, you know what I mean? Number 8, pretty cool. Living Brain, Spider-Man or Peter Parker fights the Flash, and the first time the Human Torch is in there to argue with Spider-Man. Number 9, first appearance of Electro. This is also a coverless copy of ASM with a facsimile reprint. And some of the reason I got it for like 120 bucks, 130 bucks, or something like that. I got it for cheap, or pretty cheap, because no one wanted the facsimile cover. You know, it's like, I'm gonna cover this book. I'm like, no, I'm gonna cover this book cheaper. So, you know, plus, like I said, facsimile cover on it. It makes it look just as good as the original. And I can have a complete book. So, alright, that's number 9. And number 10, first appearance of the Enforcers, and the reason why J. Jonah Jameson hates Spider-Man. Missing a chunk, obviously. But, you know what? No big deal. When I finally complete my ASM run, I will create another list of books. I will create another list of books to upgrade of my ASM collection, and that'll probably be one of the books I put on the list. But I'll be in no hurry to complete that run, just because to get the grades I want for the books that I want, they're going to be more pricey. So, in my collecting, I don't always get the original. Sometimes I get a second print or a reprint, just so I can have the book in my collection for the time. So, this is the first of the books there. This is Marvel Tales number 148, a reprint of ASM 11. Oh, my dog. Sorry about that. I must be a neighbor walking their dogs walking by. So I'll get the reprint of that one eventually. Number 12. I'm not sure if this is the third appearance of Doc Ock. Some writing on it here. I don't know if this is I think this is I'm not sure if it had a missing back or not. I forget. But it's still, again, even if the back is missing, I'm paying for the front cover, not the back cover. We got the True Believers and Marvel Tales reprints of ASM 13. It's one of the more expensive books I have left to get in my collection. Alright, next up we have probably one of the books in the worst condition that I have, but it's one of my pride and joys. It's ASM 14 and a CGC 0.5. First appearance of the Green Goblin. It has 2 large pieces reattached to the cover with tape. Here and Spider-Man, pretty much. Panel reattached to page 3, 10, and 11 with tape. Large panel cut out of page 12. Does not affect story, incomplete. But this thing is literally held together by, you know, scotch tape and prayers. And now CGC case. It is just... I was scared to even read this book, honestly. I quickly sent it into CGC to get it protected so I could actually touch it without it falling apart. Alright. ASM number 15, first appearance of Kraven the Hunter, 0.5. It has Spider-Man logo, bought it that way. It is first appearance of Kraven the Hunter, second appearance of Chameleon, and first mention of Mary Jane Watson. So, Really happy to have this book. I'm not bothered by low grade books. Like I said, low grade's better than no grade. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a 0.5 book with a missing part, preferably non-affecting story. But if I can get the book and a price I can afford, I'll snatch it up in a second. All right, we have ASM 16, first meeting between Spider-Man and Daredevil. It's first crossover. He's still in his yellow costume, which is pretty cool. All right. Number 17, Green Goblin appearance. First time he's riding the glider. Before that, he was riding his vacuum. Looked like a vacuum or a missile. So, and Human Torch appearance. So, there's a missing piece on a page that affects the story somewhere. And I almost didn't notice it because the hole was cut out perfectly to match a panel on the other side. So, but it is what it is. Alright. Number 18, a first appearance of Ned Leeds. A third appearance of the Sandman. This one was snacked on by a mouse or an insect. This would definitely be a book that and it's really, really rusted staples. Definitely be a book I replace in the future. Alright. First appearance of the Scorpion in ASM 20.5 CBCS. Yep, last page missing, does not affect story, incomplete, so. It is what it is. Alright, next up is number 25, CGC 4.0. First cameo appearance of Mary Jane Watson, face not shown. First appearance of Professor Spencer Smythe and the Spider Slayer. Very, very cool. Got it recently. Happy to have it. Alright. This is number 27, 4.5 CGC. Green Goblin appearance. Patch revealed as Frederick Foswell, Death of the Crime Master. So, very fun book. We have number 28, first appearance and origin of Molten Man. Not a bad cover to get, not a bad cover. It's hard to get a good one with that black spine, obviously, but you do what you can. Alright. Number 29. Pretty cool, second appearance of the Scorpion. This is number 30. This was in a 4.0 of CGC case. Appearance of the first appearance of the Cat Burglar. But I hate that label. It's the only, I guess the only one that sucked more is the original CGC label, the old one. But this very faded black look is ugly as hell. I finally decided, you know what? I'm going to take it out and have it raw because I can't stand looking at that label anymore. So, and it looks so much better outside of a CGC case without that label. So much better. Alright, that was 30. Now we have ASM 31, CGC 5.0. First appearance of Gwen Stacy, Harry Osborn, and Professor Miles Warren, who would become the Jackal. So, I just think if they just did a solid line around that mask there, just a solid Spider-Man circle face, it would have looked so much better. And I'd actually really like this cover then. This whole, no outline ruined it. If I had to grade it before, if I had to grade this cover, I would have said if you'd fixed that logo and had that the way I want it, with the outline and actual face, I would have given this a 9.2, 9.4 but without that, I'd drop it all the way down just to a 7.5, honestly, just because it takes away the appeal. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 32, first display of Incredible Feat of Strength by Spider-Man in this really cool Doc Ock storyline. And ASM 33, which I've done a painting of hanging over there. I'm not going to get it down to show you guys because I'm doing this. But it's a really cool cover, very iconic. Definitely an iconic cover. Alright, next up we got ASM 34, coverless. Second appearance of Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn. I think I paid like $16 for this. You know, I'll get it replaced eventually, but until then, it added a check off the list. It was an original book. It was just coverless. Alright. Number 35, second appearance of Molten Man. Used to have this one in a coverless book, but I purchased a mystery box that had this book in it, so very happy to have it. Number 37, first appearance of Norman Osborn, not in the Green Goblin costume. Definitely a letdown. Definitely a letdown. For sure. Alright. Number 38. And ASM 5.0 CGC. Second appearance of Mary Jane Watson, face not shown. Last Steve Ditko issue. Not a bad cover to go out on, honestly. Pretty good. So, but definitely prefer. I'm definitely a John Romita Sr. more than Steve Ditko. I mean, Steve Ditko had classic. I mean, I understand the appeal of Steve Ditko, no question about that. But I immensely prefer John Romita's artwork that started here in number 39. Very nice, just an iconic cover. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. Number 40, Origin of the Green Goblin, CGC 1.0. You know, low grade, better than no grade, right? I bought it so it wouldn't fall apart. Alright, number 41, first appearance of the Rhino. Cover is detached, and there was like 10 extra staples holding it on there, including a small chunk that was right here, but seriously, the person stapled a very small chunk on there just to make it look better. But I said, you know what? I don't care that it's detached. Taking away the extra staples definitely just increase the appeal. Besides, I'm not gonna read it after I read the story. Don't have to read it again. It looks good. All right, definitely a book I'm gonna upgrade just because of the key involved. Even if I didn't plan on upgrading books in some condition. It's ASM number 42, third appearance of Mary Jane. Well, and first time her face is shown. You know, face a tiger, you hit the jackpot. So I definitely want a conditioned book of that iconic moment that fits my standards. At least a 4.0, I'm thinking. At least a 4.0. 4.0, 5.0, I think is my sweet spot. Just depends on, again, the prices. Alright. One of my pride and joys, I bought this right after he died. Number 43. First full appearance of Mary Jane Watson, Origin of the Rhino, Colonel Jameson, Matt Murdock, and Dr. Kurt Connors cameo. CG3 3.5. Signed by Stan Lee. On October 18th, 2018, so about a month before he died. So it has a date stamp over here. So when he died, I wanted to have an autograph by him. And I had two. I ended up with two. One was Fantastic Four 13, Origin of the Watcher. But I sold it for money reasons. But I bought this one graded, you know, obviously because I didn't have him sign it. But I'm so happy to own it, just to own a piece, just own a book that he actually signed. Alright, that was 43. I'm looking for 44. Sorry, I have my books scattered in a couple different locations. Number 44, can you say upgrade candidate? So, cover completely detached, large pieces missing, stains, tanning, but it is complete. This is actually the first ASM book I think that I bought from my LCS that was older. I found a couple of these books at my LCS that I was just extremely excited about finding, because they don't seem to have those. This is early when they sold comic books. When they used to be a tattoo shop and they expanded into comics. This was early into their comic book selling. And I'm just happy I found this book, honestly, and surprised that it lasted there, not, taking off. Alright. Let's get the rest of these up here in my lap. Number 46. First appearance of the Rhino, the Shocker, and Peter was in with Harry, CGC 2.5. This one is watery and wrinkly. Could probably get a 3.0 out of it if I pressed it, but maybe if the Shocker actually makes an appearance or something, that's better. I don't know. We'll see what they do with when Shocker's appearance here. Actually, no, maybe not. I liked his appearance in the MCU. Never mind. But I don't plan on it. I don't think I'm planning on upgrading this book. I don't see the value, I guess, in the drawer. All right, here we go. ASM number 50, CGC 4.5. First appearance of the Kingpin, Origin of Spider-Man retold. Beautiful. Now, I was hoping beyond hope. Just like I was hoping with my ASM number 5 that it would come out at 5.0. I thought, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, please. ASM number 15 at 5.0, just 5.0, just so I can be funny as hell, just to pretend that dot is not there. See, 5.0, but with 4.5 I was like, dang it, I missed out on it. So I might upgrade this book in the future, basically trade with somebody who has an ASM 50, plus just a little extra cash to do the difference. But maybe not. I found that book in the wild and had it graded, so I'm very happy with certain grades. All right, number 51. Second appearance of the Kingpin. First appearance of Robbie Robinson. First cover and second appearance of Kingpin. So, another book I bought from Hall of Justice when it appeared there. Number 53. Pretty cool. Glad I got this one. Don't think, I might have got this one from Reggie. Reggie Collects, I'm not sure though, can't remember. I've gotten a few books from Reggie, for sure, Spider-Man books. ASM 55. Doc Ock in his bald stage. Definitely going to be upgrading in the future. Number 56. I really like this Spider-Man Doc Ock newspaper cover. Very, very cool. Alright. Number 57. This is part of an AOK from Stone Cold Steve. I was on Stay Puft's channel talking about Spider-Man, and Stone Cold Steve was on there, and he said, I'm going to send you an ASM, or an ASM AOK gift, and this is one of the books he included in there, so I'm very happy, very honored and happy to have great members of part of this great community. Number 58, 5.0. This book came all the way from Hawaii. I remember I bought this book from Hawaii. So, alright. One of my favorite books here, ASM number 59, first cover appearance of Mary Jane Watson. And definitely, between Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy, definitely she wins the cover. Definitely for sure. Love Spider-Man on here. Love how he's fighting those goons back there. Love Mary Jane dancing on stage. It's gorgeous. I plan to have that book graded one day. Definitely plan on having that book graded one day. First cover appearance of Gwen Stacy, number 61. So, very, I'm a Mary Jane, Peter Parker. That's where I fall into the line. So I'm not glad that Gwen died, but just happy that he's with Mary Jane. Marvel Tales 145, which is ASM number 62. So this is a Medusa. This is her appearance. A book I plan on getting, again, original soon. ASM 63. Back when I was first starting out collecting, this was actually one. This for a time was one of my lower issue books. I probably had only one book less than that at the time. Or actually, this might have been the lowest grade I had, or lowest book I had at the time, 63. So I've definitely come a long way. 64, a interesting cover there for sure. 65. Marvel Tales number 1 featuring Spider-Man. This is a group of 3, but it has ASM 66 in it. So, also has Marvel Spotlight 32 and Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 90. So, again, this came in my LCS. It had 66 in it. And so I said, you know what? It saves me from getting 66 for right now. I will definitely have to replace it in the future, but I still count it as a reprint of 66. Some of you might disagree with me, but I consider reprints part of the list. So, if I complete the collection and I have to replace the reprints, it's like in Harry Potter. My collection isn't a pure blood collection; it's a half-blood collection. I have the Wizard Father and the Muggle Mom, which is the reprints. But I'll eventually get the pure blood by replacing it a little at the time. These next 2 books I actually picked up in San Diego, California when I went there. Number 67. Really cool Mysterio cover. And 68. Crisis on Campus. Another one of my covers I just love. I love that cover. Number 70. First cameo appearance of Vanessa Fisk. So, happy to have this book. Number 71. A recent pickup while I was on vacation here at my sister-in-law's wedding in Arkansas. But at ASM 74. And the Lifeline tablet that played a role in bringing back to life the Rose in ASM. This is an AOK. I forget. I think it's from Shop. I think you got this from Shop. I cannot remember exactly. I need to go back. But it's ASM 75. It looks like the cover looks like it's ripped here, but it looks like it is attached. But even if I upgrade this book in the future, I know it's an AOK, so I won't. I'll upgrade it in the future, but I won't replace it. I'll still keep this book in my collection. If anyone sends me an AOK, I don't sell them. I keep them because someone was kind enough to send me a book, or at the very least, I might give the AOK to my son. Passing along an AOK kind of a thing. But this will definitely. AOKs will definitely stay within the family for sure. I'm not going to sell them. AOKs, you don't sell AOKs. You appreciate them. Number 80. A book that eluded me for some time, but I finally picked it up. Number 81. Definitely one of my more horrible, water-stained, wrinkled ASM books. But for sure, I will upgrade it. Excuse me. ASM number 82. Date stamp on there. Electro Spider-Man cover. Date stamp is December 11th, 1969. Yeah, 1969. Number 83. 85. Number 86. This had a little bit of a problem. When I bought it from the seller on eBay, he said he was changing out the bag, or he was doing something. He did something and he accidentally caught the piece of tape on the cover, and it took off Spider-Man's hand. He asked if I wanted to still buy the book or if I wanted a full refund. You know, I looked at the pictures he sent, and it's a decent cover. I mean, that one little patch there, it ripped off almost perfectly to where it almost looks like it doesn't look. It doesn't look like this debut of Madam Web's skin-tight costume and origin of Black Widow made a difference. So I said I'll still buy the book, and he gave me a disc. He did give me a partial refund. I forget how much it was, but he did say, "I feel bad. Here's a partial refund." But I still love the book. All right, number 87. I like it. All right, these next two books I definitely remember getting from Reggie. Reggie Collects. Number 88. Spider-Man facing Dr. Octopus's arms as they are returning to him. Dr. Octopus and Doc Ock and Green Goblin are two of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Although I really like Red Goblin, and I'm really liking Kindred. And 89. So, pretty good looking condition books, and made even better by they're both in Mylar. Alright. ASM number 90. Number 92, Spider-Man facing the Iceman. Number 93, first appearance of Arthur Stacy, which is Gwen Stacy's uncle. So, alright, number 95, in a True Believers. So, need to get the 95, obviously. Well, Spider-Man's in London, trying to bring Gwenny home. But Gwenny, that was the stupidest nickname I've ever heard of any character. Alright, these next three issues are a 2021 wish list that I managed to complete. ASM number 96. The start of the 3-issue drug series, Spider-Man. No Comic Code Authority stamp. So, there's that. There is, I forget which one, I don't know if 97 or 98, but here's 97, and number 98. One of these two is my favorite cover of the three. I think it's 98. As cool as the headlock is, it looks a little awkward on there with, him. But love that. And last but not least, I have Amazing Spider-Man issue number 100, CGC 3.5. Very happy to have this. Is a gorgeous, gorgeous looking cover for sure. So that is my part 1 of my Amazing Spider-Man collection updated version. So, like I said, I'm only missing 30 issues. 30 issues. Yes, I have to replace several reprints, but that's for the future. That's for the future. So I am definitely enjoying collecting ASM. So if any of you have one of the books I'm missing, I will. Well, I don't have a way to put it here, but if you have a book and if you have one of the issues that I didn't list, hit me up on Instagram here, Mr. Comics 89. Comment down below. I would be interested in buying it from you, or trading you, or something like that. I recently tried to do a trade with somebody for the Sensational Shield cover, where she's that naked jump roping scene where she's holding the paper over her. like that. Someone needs it to complete their run, and I don't want to get rid of the book. I really don't want to get rid of the book, but I'd be willing to trade it for some early ASM that I'm missing. So if you have, you know, just for the sake of arguments, you have Amazing Spider-Man number 13, first appearance of Mysterio, and you needed, I'm not going to get rid of it, but let's just say my Fantastic Four, you need a Fantastic Four 48. First cameo of Galactus and first appearance of Silver Surfer. If you needed that book, and I was willing to trade for it, and you had an ASM 13, and you were willing to trade for it, I'd be willing to do a swap. Now again, I'm not getting rid of my 48, so no one comment about that, because I'm not getting rid of it. But if you guys are open to trades, you know, hit me up if you have a book, if you have books I need, you know, book and trades, AOKs, buys, you know. I'm looking for ways to avoid eBay and big fees. So, take care everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know, I am very, very close to 600 subscribers, and I'm very close to my 3-year anniversary on YouTube here as a channel. So I'm hoping to get to 600 by then. So I have 31 subscribers to go. So sub me up, please. Help me get to 600 subscribers before a month's out. So take care, everyone. Mr. Comics 89 signing off. Talk to you later.